Yo, what is up, everybody? It's me. First and foremost, I'm not sure if you can hear the background. I think I'm on my lunch break right now, and they're mowing the lawn or something. So apologies if you hear it. I'm not sure if you do, but anyway, I just want to give a quick update of what's been going on with me. Want to hit on about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 points before I depart. First and foremost, I was really sick weeks ago. I mean, my cough was just typically they last about 3 weeks, and finally I got over it. With the exception of, I mean, there's a little bit of a tickle in my throat in the morning time, and I get a little bit of post nasal, but overall it's like 95% and up, 95% and higher health wise. So I am very content about that. It was very, it wasn't pretty, so thank God. But some of my coworkers are getting sick, so I don't know what's spreading around. Shit's like crazy. That's the first thing. The second thing is I participated in my first ever work strike. I don't want to go into too much detail on it because I don't want to get this video too long, because it's a lot of politics involved with unions versus basically our union, our workers against the county and in general, and trying to get a fair contract. I did the strike, participated in it slightly reluctantly. I know that's not proper English, but reluctantly. And you don't get paid for a strike, so it's 1 day of pay. You don't get a strike, but I just went with my gut feeling, and I was kind of on the fence, and I ended up doing it. But even that was like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks, and even right now, and my gut feeling stands corrected, and that is we still don't have a contract. So I don't think this strategy is going to work. It's a really tough situation when you factor in how expensive it is to live here, but at the same time, I'm all about personal responsibility and furthering your education if you're not happy with your job. But that's just me. But we'll leave it at that. The other thing is we finally started on our backyard renovation. Took a few months since the time that we were able to get some quotes. We had to narrow down our choices, and they started to do the demo already, and we're going to put the gas line underneath. So that's going to be awesome, because when you barbecue, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just a nice addition to have where you can run the gas line through the ground and then to the barbecue. So when you barbecue, guess what? You got an endless supply of a gas line, which means you don't have to get the Blue Rhino and you have to keep replacing it, especially when it might go out right when you're hosting. So that's going to be awesome. Still going to take a few months to get this thing completed. They're going to do it in segments, but we do have time, and it's already fall or winter, close to winter, and it'll be ready, in prime time when the weather gets better. So no rush there. Like an idiot though, I forgot to take a before picture, and I should have taken a before picture of the backyard, but it's all demoed right now. But I mean, our lot size is only 6,000 square feet anyway. You don't get a lot of land outdoors in the Bay Area. Usually, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So 6,000 lot size is not that big, but it'll be quaint. It'll be nice, and it'll be just a nice little addition to the house, which I can't wait. And more cooking videos, so we'll get that. I'm looking forward to that. The other thing is hopefully I always feel like I'm gonna forget. Yeah, I had a little bit scare with our daughter. So usually by 6 months the pediatrician recommends you introducing solids to your baby, sometimes even a little bit earlier, but we waited a little bit before 6 months. So we would introduce one new food, let's say per week, and then just that one food, like pureed carrots, pears, stuff like that, peas or something, some oatmeal mixed up with some formula. Anyway, which you want to introduce the solids to find out. Well, for one, it helps keep your baby feeling fuller for longer, which has been a godsend because she's been sleeping throughout the night the past couple days. So hopefully she'll keep that up. But the other main reason why you want to introduce solids is you want to find out if they have an allergen, if they're allergic to something. So we did the pears, we did some other stuff, did some carrots. I forgot what the other foods we did, but she had no reaction. But you want to guess it? We introduced, drumroll, the dreaded, and I wanted to do a video on this, but I just got to do a little bit more research and really organize my thoughts. The good old peanuts. You always heard it right. The peanut allergen. Nuts. Go to any daycare and you can't even have nuts. The rampant increase of nut allergies, especially from peanuts, has gone up exponentially. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's gone up a lot. And I don't want to go too much off topic, because I want to stay on topic, because I want to talk about this maybe in another video. But anyway, we introduced the peanuts, and she was fine initially, and then guess what happened? She started getting hives. Now, real quick, if you get hives just in a couple spots, like on your face, it's considered benign, or local, acute, however you want to say it. Once it starts spreading all over the body, it goes from mild to moderate, possibly severe. It's kind of like in the in-between. And if it goes straight on, or I should say, if your kid has a hard time breathing or starts throwing up, that is immediately considered severe, and they could go into anaphylactic shock, which just makes my heart skip a beat. So where was she? She was in the middle stage. She was breathing fine. She wasn't throwing up, but she was getting the hives, and her face started getting really swollen. Her lips got swollen. I'll see if I could show you a couple pictures if possible. Her back was all messed up. I felt so bad. She was itching and scratching. So we called this little center, and a nurse called back, and I knew what the nurse was going to say, and just to be conservative, it's kind of moderate. She said, just in case, go to the doctor. So we went to the urgent care, and luckily we had a pediatrician appointment the day before this happened, and our pediatrician said, make sure you have some Benadryl, liquid Benadryl ready, and we already had so my wife went on and got some, gave her 3 milliliters of Benadryl, and that took out the good majority of the reaction. But still, nonetheless, we went to the doctor just to make sure, and he checked her heart, checked her breathing, and it was fine. So long story short, what do we do now? The urgent care doctor said that she can't touch peanuts right now. After 1 year, you can try it again and see what happens. So now some parents might be traumatized by this event and completely just not give nuts, and I think that's what's causing this increase in nut allergens. I don't want my daughter to of course I don't want her to suffer, but I don't want her to be that kid, and it's no offense, if it happens, it happens, but if possible, if I can avoid it, I don't want my daughter to be the kid that's allergic to 50 million things, because it's just going to make her life even more difficult. If by chance she just cannot tolerate it, and she can't breathe, and she has a hard time, then it is what it is, and she can't have the peanuts. But based on the mild to moderate reaction, I think she can, over time, the idea is to develop a little bit of a tolerance for it. It's kind of like when you catch a cold. It's like her going to daycare. She gets a little bit cold, she gets the sniffles, but in the long run, it's better. You develop a tolerance. You don't just put a Band-Aid over it and give medicine all the time, although sometimes it's needed. Anyway, we'll introduce it in a year, and then if she has a minor reaction, we'll just assess with the doctor. That was a little bit stressful, but she was good, so she's nice and safe, and I love her to death. So it's going to happen, these challenges as a father, as a parent, but that's the good news. And last but not least, her 1-year birthday will be in April. She's already 6 months old, and we'll be going, we already booked the flight, we'll be going to Texas to see celebrate her first birthday in Texas, and I'll get to see my immediate family, and she's got a bunch of nieces and nephews, because the majority of them already moved over there to the deep south of Texas. and we're gonna get that. We're gonna go. So that's the latest. So that'll be exciting. I've never traveled with a baby yet, so any advice or horror stories are all welcome. Anyways, that's my time. 10 minutes right here. I gotta keep it. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Feeling decent. Getting my power back slowly. Energy's not too bad. Some days I feel a little bit tired, but getting more sleep and things are looking up. So thanks for watching. Comments, questions always welcome. More content coming. And real quick, I know some people already know this, probably get tired of hearing it, but if you are subscribed to my channel or you're new, if you want all the notifications for new videos, you got to hit the bell icon. I'm not going to mention that too much because it's just too much, but if you want to get all notifications on new videos, hit that bell icon. You have to click it. If you don't, you're not going to get the new videos. That's my time. Talk to you later. Bye.